Okay, this is a reaction video. This is from Henry Talks Football. Please click like, share, and subscribe for him, as well as for me. I would appreciate it. Angry Rant, Tottenham must sack Ange Postecoglou. Now, Tottenham fans are very, very irritated. And the reason they're irritated is really twofold. One is that Arsenal went to PSV, which is second place in the Eredivisie, in the Dutch First Division, Eredivisie, and beat without any real attacking flair, and scored 7 goals and beat PSV 7-1, basically ensuring that they're going to make it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. At the same token, Tottenham yesterday went to AZ Alkmaar, which is in 5th place, and got beat 1-0. And they are very, very upset. So I'm going to enjoy this video. Henry Talks Football. Like I said, please click like, share, and subscribe for him, as well as for me. Angry Rant, Tottenham must sack Ange Postecoglou. Now, look, he's been saying this for a long time now. Okay? He has been saying this for an awful long time. And this is just another one of his angry rants on the subject.
Last night, Tottenham lost to AZ Alkmaar in the Europa League. And the reaction from a lot of our fans online, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, I think yesterday, looking at the performance, was a turning point for a lot of fans. Still no Romero, still no Van der Ven. Why are they being saved for a Bournemouth game, which literally means nothing?
Yeah, that's another thing. Tottenham is in the second half of the table. They have no chance of really making it to Europe unless they win the Europa League.
They were apparently not risked. You know, Dominic Solanke comes back from injury after being out for 2 months, gets injured, unfortunately, after being on the pitch for 10 minutes. The injuries we've got are absolutely... I mean, I'm starting to think this club is cursed. Destiny Udogie was absolutely toothless yesterday. I watched the extended highlights back again after watching the 90 minutes yesterday. And Destiny Udogie, I mean, whenever we come up against a tricky winger, he gets skinned his side. Bentancur offers absolutely nothing. He can't win 50-50s. He just fouls players when he comes up against a good player. He doesn't have the pace to run a midfield. You know, he doesn't win his duels. He doesn't not got good passing range. None of our midfielders, other than James Maddison, look comfortable on the ball. You know, Brennan Johnson still starting every single, game when he.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with Tottenham right now. I'm enjoying every bit of it, and long may it continue. So yeah, he's basically lining them all up there. So just keep on going, Henry. I appreciate that.
He's fit and available, and he offers nothing other than back post tap-ins. And you've got a manager, when it comes down to tactical substitutions, is absolutely tactically inept and a terrible manager. And if you call this out, you're negative or not a Spurs fan, or you should go and support another football club for wanting more at your football club. I mean, it's ridiculous. Make sure you go down and drop a like on the video. Make sure you have that subscribe button around.
Yeah, they're on the road to 50K. I think I'm on the road to 400. But either way, please click like, share, and subscribe for him, as well as for me. I would very much appreciate it.
88% of you that watch the content every month and not subscribe. We just hit 47K, and now we're pushing 48K. You know, last night, Tottenham's result on the scoreline, once again, it doesn't really look.
I think it was in the 73rd minute, Expressions Oozing basically had a conniption of it because his team had no shots on target at all. And I think the only shot on target he had was actually a cross.
Look bad, does it? A 1-0 defeat away from home. You know, we're playing a 5th in the Eredivisie, AZ Alkmaar, or AZ Alkmaar, however you pronounce it. We were absolutely toothless. We had our first shot on target in the 87th minute. And this is our attacking team. This is a team that has got spirit and character. You know, 5 shots on target. Their winger had a big chance in a one-on-one. I think it was Poku. You know, no one would really take any of the AZ Alkmaar.
Look, to be fair, Tottenham are not out of the Europa League. they have a good chance to beat AZ Alkmaar next Thursday. Okay, so they're not necessarily out of the Europa League yet. And assuming they do get, they still have a chance to go on. It's not worth getting rid of Postecoglou or claiming the season as over and no trophies as of yet. They still have a chance to move on.
Team, would they? Troy Parrott couldn't get a game for us. He was fifth choice under Dane Scarlett, Richarlison. He was third, fourth choice when we had Harry Kane. Third, fourth choice when we had Dominic Solanke at the beginning of the season. We sold him to AZ Alkmaar. He's got 13 or 14 goals this season, and he was a threat against us. We come away, we got one shot on target in the 87th minute.
And I heard that was even a cross, too.
Against a fifth place team in the Eredivisie. And we've got Bournemouth at the weekend, who apparently Ange Postecoglou did not want to play Romero or Van der Ven, but he would rather play them against Bournemouth when the game means absolutely nothing, because we're not playing for a top 4. We're not playing for a Europa League. We're not playing for a European position. We're going to be lucky to get in the top 10. And our next 3 league games are Bournemouth, Fulham away, and Chelsea away.
And those games are not going to be easy. Now, I'm going to the Arsenal-Chelsea game. That's a week from Sunday. Arsenal should win that game. Hopefully they win that game. But for Tottenham, those are completely different kettles of fish. And those are completely difficult games, especially Fulham away. That's going to be a very difficult match. London derby. And Chelsea's a London derby as well. So, difficult games.
And I'm going to say this right now, we will not win any of those games. It's absolutely insanity. Kulusevski's unavailable for the Bournemouth game. Dominic Solanke now apparently is unavailable for the Bournemouth game. Heung-min Son, not good enough for me anymore. I would sell him in the summer. If a decent bid comes in, I'm not addicted to, I'm not addicted to the, to what people say about he's our captain, etc. I don't subscribe to that. I look at, what is he doing to impact games? And I think it was StatMuse yesterday put up, for his football numbers, and it was absolutely pathetic. 0 goals, 0 shots on target, 0 assists, 0 chances created, 0 key passes, 0 tackles won, 0 possession won, 0 fouls won. It was just a cardio session for him.
Son has actually, he blamed Son against Manchester United. I thought Son played well against Manchester United, but apparently he didn't. And I guess Son didn't have a very good game against AZ Alkmaar. But like I said, long may it continue.
I'm sorry. There has to be a better manager out there that can get more out of these players. Son is not what he used to be, but he isn't that bad. We're playing him we're trying to play him as a touchline winger. His best attribute is running through and goal. And I just see something on Twitter while recording this. Someone sent me this. Available managers. I would take. I would take Xavi. I would take Allegri. I would take Edin Terzic. I would take Allegri.
Yeah, but would they take you? Would they take Tottenham? Okay, keep in mind. Look, people talk about Manchester United being a poorly run club. Tottenham's a poorly run club too, because you have a owner who and director who care more about making money than they do about how well their team plays on the pitch.
One of these managers has got to be a much better manager than Ange Postecoglou. I'm sorry.
Why do people always say I'm sorry? You don't have to say you're sorry. That's your opinion. You're entitled to it.
It's absolutely, it's not good enough. We're sitting here right now, and it's a fucking disgrace. Let's just call it for what it is. We're suffering in the Premier League. We are flipping 13th in the league. We're out of the League Cup. We're out of the FA Cup. The narrative was, let's give him the cups and let's see what happens. Well, when we're out of the Europa League potentially next week,
Well, not necessarily. Like I said, you still have a chance to beat AZ Alkmaar.
What's the excuse going to be then? You know, if Everton, West Ham, and Man United all win their games, I don't think for 1 minute that Man United will beat this Arsenal side. But we could be, if Man United get a thumping, if we get a thumping against Bournemouth, Everton and I think West Ham will beat Newcastle. Newcastle got huge injuries, and Everton haven't lost a game since David Moyes has come in. You know, we could be 50.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Look, Arsenal plays Manchester United, West Ham plays Newcastle. I don't know who Everton plays, but yeah, if Everton wins and if West Ham wins and you guys lose and Manchester United lose, yeah, you're going to be down. But you're not going to be you're not in a relegation battle. So at least you're not in that.
15th or 16th, and we've got Fulham away who are above us. We've then got Chelsea away who are above us. We haven't beaten any good team this season away from home other than Manchester City. You know what, mate?
Well, I guess I was going to say you beat Manchester United 3-0 away from home, but they're not a good team, so I guess you're right.
Makes you think we're going to go and do Chelsea or Fulham? The only good away performance we've had this season is Manchester City and Brentford. We are absolutely fucking toothless. 13th in the Premier League. 18 defeats this season. 18 defeats this season.
2 of them to Arsenal.
Don't matter how you dress it up, don't matter what you want to say, don't matter how many excuses you want to bring out, that is categorically unacceptable. We are a laughing stock. I'm at the point now where sack them all. Strip Son as captain. Sack Ange Postecoglou. Sack Lange. Levy clearly at the moment or at any point has never really cared about this football club. It's all financial gain. And
like I said, that's all he cares about. And look, that's who Tottenham is. Look, you're not going to be in a relegation, so you may as well keep it. And you're not going to win the Europa League. You're probably not going to. You may advance, but you're not going to win the Europa League. Just keep Postecoglou to the end of the season, then sack him. That's what I would do. You just keep Postecoglou to the end of the season and then sack him.
We are on the decline massively. Last year, we finished 5th in the Europa League. This year, we will be very, very lucky to get in the top 10. And the excuse is constantly,
5th in the Europa League or 5th in the Premier League?
Got injuries, we don't have fit players, etc., etc., etc. Well, now we've got Romero and Van der Ven back. If we lose against Bournemouth, what is the excuse going to be? What is the excuse going to be if we lose to Bournemouth and we've got Romero and Van der Ven back? The same Bournemouth side, by the way, that are further than us in the FA Cup. The beat, you know, and they are in a bit of a, you know, they've had a couple of bad results recently. They lost to Wolves, they lost to Brighton, you know, but they will be on the high after playing the FA Cup game. They did beat Newcastle away quite heavily. They got a draw with Chelsea. We just waited 8 days to be served up that dross. I am not confident one bit about this manager. He's not good enough. The players need to take a long, hard look at themselves and just think, what is happening at this football club?
Look, right now, Tottenham, look, it's a bad year. But like I said, you're not in danger of going down to the championship. You're not going to make it to Europe next year. Wait till the end of the season. Then sack Postecoglou and start over from scratch.
You know, I'm sorry, you can't defend it. Man United have sacked their manager for being where we are. Everton have sacked their manager for being where we are. West Ham have sacked their manager. Why are we still persisting with a manager who has a 34% win rate?
Look, they did that a while ago, okay? You're in March, okay? You have April and May. Just make it through to May and then move on.
In the Premier League. A manager this season that has won 10 of 27 games. You know, it's not good enough. It's simply not good enough. I'm sick and tired of this.
And he's probably going to make more videos like this to the end of the year, too. I don't know if I'm going to react to all of them, but yeah. You know, look, it's one of those... Look, I feel for you, my friend. But at least you are doing what I'm not. I'm not suffering as bad as you are. Look, we're not going to win any trophies either. The only thing we have is the Champions League. and everybody has us losing to Madrid in the next round. But hey,
Son, sell him, Ange go, Lange go, rip the whole thing up and start again. We've got Bournemouth on Sunday. I think we could lose quite heavily. I think we could lose, 2 or 3-0. We haven't scored in our last 2 games. We've only scored 3 goals. So we've only scored 5 goals in our last 4 games. But we're an attacking team. And if you actually look at it, we've scored 7 goals in our last 6 games. And 3 of those games, we didn't score in. So look, I can't be bothered anymore. Just sack this guy. Get into the summer. Go and give Xavi the job. Actually back him with some...
Xavi's not going to take the job. I mean, I don't think Xavi's going to take Tottenham Hotspur. That's not going to happen.
Good players, and then see where we are. We need a new captain. I'd probably give it to Vicario at the moment, or Van der Ven. Romero's checked out. He doesn't want to be here. So, look, it is what it is. The whole thing needs to be ripped up and start again. It's an absolute disgrace of the highest order. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure...
Yeah, look, it long may it continue as far as I'm concerned. Tottenham, I hope you keep Postecoglou for 5 more seasons. But look, it is what it is. What you need to do is just bite your tongue. Let Postecoglou take where you're going to go to the end of the season. You're not going down. You're not going to the championship. Like I said, you're not going to the championship. You're not going to be in Europe. Then sack him and then find whoever you can find to take you on, and then you guys can complain about that manager next. All right? Well, anyway, please click like, share, and subscribe for Henry Talks Football. Please click like, share, and subscribe for me as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day.